Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, Wife Cheated 3 years ago. I told her we'd work it out, but I'm just angry. I can't. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. 3 years ago, she had a drunk one-night stand with a random man she met while she was out with her friends. Apparently, they used protection. I don't believe her because she was adamant about getting tested, but she came back clean anyway. She told me the morning after it happened and said sorry a lot. At the time, I didn't know what to say or do, so I said that it was fine and we'd get past it. Not what I was thinking, but what I was actually thinking was bad, so I went to my happy place. In the following week, we had a lot of good intercourse, but then for me, it just died, and has been that way since. She did want intercourse with me for a while afterwards, and enjoyed it, but she stepped off because I wasn't interested. We went to marriage counseling for a few months at her request because apparently it would help us talk things through, and towards the end of it, I think she felt like we were getting somewhere. But to me, it was just making me angrier and angrier and angrier, so I refused to keep going after 5 months. Honestly, I'm just bottling up so much anger. Sometimes I look at her and want to rip her throat out, but at other times I see her and I just want to cry and off myself. On one hand, I really need this to work because we have a daughter together. She's 10. I did a really bad thing and got a paternity test because I was betting to myself and kind of hoping actually that she wasn't mine. I'm an idiot anyway because she has some of my features. I just really wanted her not to be mine so badly. She's mine obviously. But now there is the other hand. I effing hate this place and I want to go home. If we divorced, I wouldn't even be able to afford to go home anyway, so I'm trapped here. Obviously, I'm not going to, but every day that passes makes offing myself seem less ridiculous. She's trying to stitch things back together as best as she can, but it just serves to make me more angry. We don't really spend time together anymore, unless it is in silence. I do love her, but I also hate her. I'm done being now. What should I do? Doesn't really feel like I'm able to do anything other than just put up with it though. And the first comment says, it's been 3 years. You have made every effort to work past it, but you can't. That is completely okay and also completely understandable. It does, however, mean that staying in the marriage is seriously unhealthy and will emotionally damage you, your wife, and your daughter, because even though she doesn't know why, I guarantee that she's picking up on the general tension and unhappiness in the family environment. Offing yourself is not an answer and would 100% F up your daughter permanently. Look into getting therapy for yourself. It won't fix the marriage because, quite honestly, the marriage is unfixable. What it will do is give you space where you can be totally open and honest and get all your feelings out and work through them instead of bottling them up to convince other people that you're okay. That, in turn, should keep you happy and less angry and tangled up, which should help you see more clearly. And a reply to that says, to me, it seems like OP didn't make every last effort in therapy at all. He says he is bottling up anger, and I believe he isn't sharing any of this with his wife at all. If he wants to leave and call the cheating the irreconcilable difference, then that is that, and just do it. But if you're incapable of being vulnerable and opening up and being honest about your pain and anger when your wife clearly and truly wants to reconcile, then I agree with the user above, you need to commit to your own therapy and stop pretending in silence because that's not good for anyone. And the reply to that says, yeah, if cheating is a total deal breaker to him, I get that, and it's understandable. But for his sake and his daughter's, he really needs to go to therapy and actually deal with his emotions and his anger. What he's doing and has been from the start is incredibly unhealthy. And the comment after says, agree, get divorced or don't. But OP most definitely has not done everything he can. He has done hardly anything at all aside from trying to repress and stew in his incredibly negative feelings around the incident until they've built up to the point that he wanted his daughter to not be his. What the F? Get into individual therapy so you can work through your anger and be a happy, healthy person and a father again. Your daughter needs you. And the reply to that says, I'm sorry, but how do you know what OP has or hasn't done? Just because he's got bottled up anger doesn't mean he didn't try in therapy. You can be 100% open and honest in therapy and still have bottled up anger. Therapy isn't a 100% sure solution. In fact, from my own experience, I can tell you that sometimes, in some situations, therapy can make things worse. All I'm saying is, you can't know what OP did or didn't do, and if they could have done more or not. His wife cheated on him. You know what she could have done? Not stuck someone else's D inside of her. That's what she could have done to save their marriage. The reply to that says, they probably assumed he didn't because it is very relevant to this post and he didn't mention it. And the reply to that says, I don't know why they're putting it on him. She effed another guy, a stranger, without protection. She broke the vows. She ruined the family. And the fixing of the marital problem is 100% on her, not him. She did this to him. He didn't ask for it. And if he's bottling it up, it's because he's worried what will happen if he released it. If she really does want to fix this up, the good wife stuff alone won't cut it. She needs to break through to him and let him unleash everything, emotions, not violence, on her until he's exhausted. And the next comment says, okay, first things first, go to individual therapy/counseling. Talk through all that you are feeling with a therapist. Rage if you have to. Get that anger out in a safe play. During these sessions, discuss your options with the therapist. Discuss your deepest wants and needs. Discuss your fears. In short, discuss everything. Discuss what you actually want to do in the near future. Also, talk to a few lawyers in your area and educate yourself on what a divorce would entail. After a few sessions, you are hopefully feeling a little better and have a clearer idea of what you want to do and need to do. Do you want to divorce? First, get all your ducks in a row. Do you want to give R one last try? Give it your all. Once you have decided what path you want to take, have a sit down with the wife, preferably in CC, and tell her where you are at with your head and heart. If you can't make up your mind, then I have a suggestion as well. Live apart for a while. Time away from her will do you good. Preferably she moves out and you stay in the house. This will help with the legalities if it comes to divorce. After having lived apart for a few weeks, start attending CC again and see where those sessions take you. Good luck with whatever path you choose. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, and be sure to comment below what other subreddits you want me to cover.